Good afternoon, everyone. It's been an amazing experience throughout this program. Okay, my name is Okechukwu. I'm a sixth-year medical student of the University of Igando and the creative director of the Art of Peace Challenge. Okay, so as we all know, peace is a state that is craved amongst communities, yet it's not as easy to describe. So the Art of Peace Challenge it was created to encourage Nigerians and stimulate them to use their any art medium that so is pleasing to them to express how they see peace in their community. We value the uniqueness in expression and how peace can be seen differently amongst different individuals. That's why there was no limit to the medium that can be used to express peace. You can use, or we put in ways that they can use, such as being music, art, crafts, poetry, whichever way. Just basically do your thing. It's how we put it out to the public. So our target audience was basically Lagos State and Oyo State. We had a total of 110 entries from Lagos and Oyo State, and with the judging criteria basically involving artistic technique, emotional impact, creativity and originality, relevance to the theme, and clarity of expression. With that, we then narrowed 110 entries to 5 finalists, 4 being here with us physically, and then we have one who couldn't make it but then has a recording that will be played for us. The first person is going to be Adedokun Abdullah, sorry for my pronunciation, then Adedokun Elizabeth, and Meshack Emmanuel, then Oyewale Tolulope. So before they get the video up, please, I would like Adedokun Abdullah to come up to tell us about his presentation. Okay, so the community he based his piece on was Igando, a town in Alimosho, Lagos. The title is 1 Million Boys in Igando, and his art form was poetry. So.
Good day, everyone. I have to start by acknowledging that the former speeches here today have raised the bar so high that if I try to jump over, I'm going to hurt my legs. So I'm going to start by frowning on them. I'll start by mentioning that I'm the lad, and I'm here today to tell 2 stories basically. The first is about how I grew up as a homeschooled kid, and I loved self-expression as a kid. So I tried writing, I tried drawing earlier when I was just 5 years old. Then I had to drop it when I realized my artworks had a habit of terrorizing our family. So then I tried writing, and in 2017 I submitted my first poems. It was the year that I started writing, and I made sure that I submitted the same year too. So, like it was expected, I got rejections the first year. 6 years between my first submission and being here today, I have been nominated as a 4 Young Poets. And that's the biggest poetry award for teenagers in the world. I've won the Australian International Poetry Contest, and I have been a finalist for the Princeton University Poetry Contest. So, I want us here today to view my entry the same way. I'm going to read out a poem and I'm done with this, and I want you to perceive communal peace in the same way. You know, when you hear about this, I want you to know that this is something that is attainable. It is possible that we try the first time and we try the second time and we get rejected. But over time, this is a story that we are going to tell. So when you leave here today, I want you to smile at someone, to believe in someone, to tolerate someone with differences. And that way, in a way, some years you would be able to tell the story. The second story is about Igando, the community I grew up in, and how it inspired my entry for this contest. So, in 2020, during the coronavirus period, my dad came into a room and he said, I want you to join the vigilante group Uptown, because there is a vigilante group being organized by people from the streets, and it was in response to the 1 million boys. So who were the 1 million boys? There were a group of thieves that raided in numbers. On some accounts, there were over 200 thieves. And they raided places from Lagos, and I think there were some accounts that they raided in Ogun State. So what happened was that when this event occurred, when the 1 million boys launched, the streets around Lagos and Ogun had to organize vigilante groups. And I and brothers, we were kind of experienced martial arts before then, so we spent some times, our weekends, learning martial arts. So my dad came and said I wanted to join that group, and so we joined. And I would say before then, I've had experiences handling lethal weapons. I've had these experiences doing that. But that kind, the thing that I did there, and joining the vigilante group, changed my impression about what peace actually is. So what happened? During the first 2 nights, we spent them outside. We spent the first 2 nights outside, and we had mosquito nets and all. We were burning tires to keep the street awake, whistling, and it went really normally till the 3rd day. I was having a nap in the afternoon. I think it was in the afternoon period, and I heard loud voices, loud violent voices from outside the home, and I had to run out. So when I got there, I had my machetes in hand, and there were people pointing at the intersection at the end of the street and saying what he did. So I got there, I was really numb. Even with 6 years of experience in martial arts, I was really numb when I heard what he did. So, but when I look at the end of the street, I saw my brother, and he was running, and I couldn't leave him to die over there. So I had to run along too. But by the time, luckily for me, by the time I got to the end of the street, I realized that the people, it was basically everything that happened that day was basically a rumor, and it was conjured up. Nothing, the people, the 1 million boys weren't really present. But the reason is, what I want to point out is actually that there is an irony to this, and it is the fact that the violence that we were trying to run away from, to stay away from, actually brought some kind of togetherness in the society. And we had to unite with the most notorious people to keep the peace alive in Igando. So I want you to understand this too, and to understand that peace is an active pursuit. Even though I still currently cannot describe and give a definition, a dictionary definition for what peace is. We all know what its absence is. It is violent, it is bloody, and none of us here wants to actually witness it. So I want us to understand that peace is an active pursuit, and to understand that we all have to make our own efforts, our deliberate efforts into achieving a peaceful life. And peaceful communities around us. That's it basically. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So my bad, I didn't give you time limit. So please, each person you have 5 minutes to speak, so it don't take too much time. So next person is Adedokun Elizabeth. So please, 5 minutes. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Adedokun Elizabeth. I'm a 300 level Peace Study student of Lagos State University. Okay, so I should say this before I start. I have stage fright and social anxiety, and my heart is beating really, really fast right now. I feel like I'm going to faint. Okay, so my piece is titled Peace in the Chaos. When I discovered this competition on Instagram, I was like, okay, I'm a writer. I have 3 years official experience. I've written as a freelancer and all. But I was like, what can I write about peace? And I'm a peace study student, but writing about peace in my community. I have always lived in Lagos. I was born there. I don't really go out. I don't travel. So if I want to write about peace in my community, it has to be about Lagos. And if you're a Lagosian here or you've ever been to Lagos, you know how Lagos is. Lagos is not the place of peace. We don't have peace. No, violence. You get it. Like we don't have any time for peace. Nobody cares about peace in Lagos. If you go to Oshodi Market, you go to Yaba, like nobody cares about peace there. Even conductors, people just like fighting. They like violence in Lagos. So as Lagosians tend to say, nobody in Lagos is alright, everybody is crazy in Lagos. And if that sounds in any way offensive to any Lagosian here, I'm sorry. Okay, so I was like, imagine, what should I write about peace in Lagos, in my community? I had no idea. But I started thinking about it, and I thought about my personal experiences with peace in Lagos. I thought about the things I have witnessed, and it dawned on me that there was peace in Lagos. Even amidst the violence, even amidst the trouble, the chaos, we have peace. And from my study in school, I have come to understand that peace is not necessarily the complete absence of conflicts. That there can be peace and chaos can actually coexist together in a place. So I decided to write about Lagos generally and what peace means to us in Lagos. There are several contradictions in the poem, as we have observed that Lagos is not really a place of peace. There's chaos, there's peace, and you'll be able to glimpse several contradictions. So I'll read the piece now. Like I said earlier, it's titled Peace in the Chaos. Lagos chaos, noise and strife. Here peace can be found in its vibrant life. Whispers of peace come from sweaty conductors, helping children safely cross, playing the responsible adult. Drivers honk their horns, creating a symphony, finding peace in others' glare and insult, ironically. Laughter echoes through crowded markets, unity transcending cultures, showing we care. The mother who takes her children to school, anticipating a noiseless hope until their return. Peace is the Ekaro Ologide and the echoing response of Sheta, Ajiomawa, united voices raised at communal meetings, causing the refusal of NEPA to let light be. Neighbors visiting with food, sharing what they can with the one in hunger's grip. Peace is returning home to a culture after Lagos traffic, and Nigerians supporting each other online against foreigners. Youth marching for change, standing tall and strong. NSAS and 2023 elections, fighting for what's wrong. The white smile on the bean cake seller's face connoting internal peace, and the conversations around the frying pot. Peace is the rhythm of music filling the air, the melody of hope that banishes despair. Peace is the smile that people retain, although the country daily demands that people break. Peace is the general apathy towards government ever rising to help, as people hustle for their daily bread. In contradictory Lagos, silence brings worry. As our lives strive amidst the noise, we know we are not normal, but we stick together, loud, stout, and civilians. Our peace remains, since now we give up, mess up. We sleep tired at night, ready for another bustling Lagos day. Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to play the video of the person who isn't here. His name is Olafisoye-Oragbade Oluwatosin. His community is based in Lagos State, and his title of his poetry, which is an art form, is Yellow and Black.
Good day, everyone. All protocols duly and respectfully observed. My name is Olafisoye-Oragbade Oluwatosin David. I am a poet and a finalist for the Our Voices as Light Creative Contest. I entered a poem for the contest titled Yellow and Black. It is a 43-line poem that centers on the Lagos metropolis, and one of the things you would notice about Lagos is the famous yellow and black buses moving across. In fact, so many people have, judged Lagos just by that buses, and so it's you begin to think, how can those yellow and black buses be symbols of peace? the idea itself was interesting to me, how these buses that usually, and their drivers, are usually symbols of the rowdiness, the hustle and bustle that is in Lagos. How can they be symbols of peace? And yes, that was the task for me. I liken the Lagos metropolis to these buses in that just like Lagos, these buses are filled with different people from different walks of life, with different ideas, different tribes, different religions, and there is no one asking them before they enter into the bus, what tribe are you? This is a Yoruba only bus, or this is a Igbo only bus. It's accepting, to everyone. It's accommodating to everybody. Everyone can enter a downfall regardless of who you are. And that is just how our state, Lagos, is. Everyone can come into Lagos regardless of who you are. And it is that sense of everyone is accepted that brings peace. Knowing that we're all headed to one destination, and should this bus crash, it's not going to pick and choose and say, okay, no, just the Yoruba people are going to, suffer head injuries, the Igbos can suffer leg injuries. No, it's not, going to filter who gets injured or not. The same thing with our dear Lagos. Should anything happen to the state, we would all bear the brunt of that, of the effect of that. It's not going to pick and choose who is Yoruba and who is not. And so rather than focus on the things that divide us, rather than focus on the things that make us different, why don't we focus on getting to our destination? And I see that in the downfall. When the driver drives recklessly, everyone shouts, everyone speaks out against that act of recklessness, because it puts everyone's life in danger. There is no Yoruba person saying, oh, the driver is a Yoruba man, so let's take it easy on him. No, everyone shouts out, and calls that man, calls the driver back to order. And I think that is what we need. Have a clear goal in mind. We want to be a state that is, in the best possible position, both in the country and in the world at large. We want to be the center of excellence and commerce and everything beautiful. And so we can't keep focusing on who is with a tribal mark on his face and who is not. And if you ask me, tribalism and racism belong to the same family. And on a lighter note, I would call tribalism racism light or racism mini. So for me, what I want my readers, when you take up the poem, to find in this piece, Yellow and Black, it is that we're all on a journey together and not against each other. It's not a race against the other. We don't enter the downfall to compete. No, we enter it because we have where we're going. And that should be the goal in mind. Where are we going as a people? Where are we going as a state? Where are we going as individuals? And that should be the end goal in mind. And I believe that that would foster peace and unity, knowing that we are not against each other. We are together in this journey. And if anything should come against us, it doesn't pick and choose necessarily. For example, the COVID, it didn't pick and choose. It came against every one of us. And so we should work together to see that we all arrive at a better place. So I'm going to be sharing Yellow and Black with you in the next 1 minute. So please do enjoy the poem. Yellow and black, yellow and black. Voices screaming, we're under attack. Yellow and black, yellow and black. What's the answer to the peace we lack? My state is a sea with water from different cups, different tongues, dancing in metronome to the single chant of echo. We are a kind of Joseph's garment, with a diversity of colors blending into beauty. I wonder what our eyes see when they accept the light of the sun. How the next neighbor is Eledumare's artwork too. Perhaps He doesn't bait his words with the idiosyncrasies of your father's lips, but look how God touches every head with the extension of his hands. Yellow and black, yellow and black. Voices screaming, we're under attack. Yellow and black, yellow and black. What's the answer to the peace we lack? Maybe, if we look into the words spoken and not the vehicle they come in, we would find that there is sweetness in the belly of the coconut, though hardened. We aren't Yoruba, Hausa, or Igbo alone. We are Lagos, and Echo is our home. The waters that hug us on all sides connects us. It opens us, tells us that we are bigger than the borders that try to divide us, that we are one people, and this land is for us. This is what peace is. This is what bliss is. The unity of hearts to see ourselves through this. Yellow and black, yellow and black. If this bus should crash, we would all lose our lives. Thank you.
The next person, the name of Meshack Emmanuel. His community was on First Stack, and the title is Peace Offering. His art form Salt on Black Paper.
Good day everyone, my name is Meshack Emmanuel Okechukwu. I'm a visual artist. I made an entry for the piece art and it's titled The Peace Offering. So basically what the motivation behind this was my vision that Nigerians can live together as a peaceful nation, because divided we don't progress, but together we go as a strong nation. And Lagos as a state has hosted so many people from different tribes and cultural variations, including the Hausas and Igbos. So basically, some places are primarily dominated by Igbos, for example, which are stated in the first step. And due to differences in cultural experiences, there tend to be clashes, like we saw during the previous elections. And here, the kola nut, which is there, is to the Igbos, it signifies peace. Like we are one, we are brothers, we're together, we're not at war. So the dove that you're seeing here is a universal symbol of peace, while the kola nut is also like based on the community per se. The dove is carrying the branch with the kola nut, saying, "This is my peace offering. This is a token of my peace." So, and it's offering it to the hand. And so take my peace offering. We are not at war with each other. We are together as one. So irrespective of our tribal differences, we get to live together because at the end we all want a greater nation, which is Nigeria. And then the medium, the salt, meaning perseverance. So this peace is not going to be temporary. The salt means it's going to last. Thank you.
I'm going to call on the last person, Oyewale Tolulope, community based at Lagos, title Concordia, and his art form drawing.
Good afternoon everyone, my name is Oyewale Tolulope. I'm a student of the University of Lagos and I also stay in Lagos. So firstly, I'd like to say art is a universal language. So I chose the name Concordia for this artwork because Concordia is the name for the Roman goddess of peace and harmony. And Concordia in English also means peace, simply. Peace is the absence of conflict. What you see in this drawing is absolute celerity. And when we say conflict, you will never see, in a community where there is conflict, you never see people playing outside on the streets freely. You never see people working together. You never see people cooking together. You never see people freely outside playing games. So the thing that inspired me mostly about this art piece was that, okay, I grew up in Lagos. I grew up in a crazy environment, but my street was the only place that was peaceful. So one thing about peace is diversity. In my street, there was ethnic diversity and there was religious diversity. In my street alone, there was a church, there was a mosque, and there was a shrine. And whenever the shrine people are doing their thing, they have their festivals, they stop everyone on the streets, it's always peaceful. Whenever the mosques are doing what they call Wolimo, they put canopies on the road and everything, no one disturbs them, it's always peaceful. And whenever the churches are singing, doing night views, disturbing the whole street, it's always peaceful. And in my street, we have the Igbos, we have the Hausas, we have the Fulanis, we have Malams, we have the Yorubas, and everything was peaceful. So the thing that made me realize that, okay, what was making this street very peaceful? I realized that when I was a kid, they used to have meetings where they come talk about activities on the streets and everything. Who were helping each other, who were arranging helping hands to each other and everything. So that was the main thing that motivated me to create this art piece. It was an imaginative drawing actually, created with biros on paper. So I would like to explain some tiny symbols in this drawing and the fact that we're told to create a piece coming from mostly Lagos or Oyo State. So the first things I'll talk about are the popular landmarks in Lagos, which will make it symbolize that, okay, this art piece was inspired by somewhere in Lagos. So whenever I'm in school, whenever I need peace, because I'm studying University of Lagos, I just go to there's a place called Lagoon Front in my school, so I just go there, sit down and stare at the lagoon and look at the Third Mainland Bridge and just like wonder like, wow. Because Lagos is a place popular for the lagoon, which is this, and the Third Mainland Bridge. And I made this popular landmark. This is the tallest building in Nigeria. It's called the Necom House. And Lagos is also popular for the BRT buses. Yeah, you see them here and here. And we also have the yellow buses, popularly known as the Danfo. Here they are. And I created these environments, like, there's a symbol here. This is a very tiny symbol. I decided to add symbolism in this house. This is the World Peace sign. I'm very sure we would have also seen this sign anywhere. And again, I thought about ethnic diversity. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. There is a man wearing white here. The Fulani people are popular for their triangular white caps and their white clothes. This is a Fulani man here. This is an Igbo man with their popular black tops, I don't know what they call it, and their red caps. And this is a Yoruba man, and this is other ethnic groups. So yeah, one thing that promotes peace is different people of diverse ethnic groups coming together, looking for solutions to promote peace in the society, looking for activities to do. Here they are, different people in ethnic groups sitting together on a table, talking about, I don't know what they're talking about, but it's something that will promote peace. You can also transcribe it, or you can also translate it in the way you want to. And here we see women cooking together for the community. When they are done, everyone comes together, eat. You can see a lady assisting another lady, placing her hair. You can see men here playing games. And in a violent community or in a community where there is conflict, chaos, you never see children playing freely on the streets. You never see children playing freely on the street like this and everything. So, and again, yeah, one thing that promotes peace is harmony and working together. Okay. You can symbolize this one in any way you want to, but there are men on 2 different canoes working together with a particular net. So, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm going to read the judging criteria one more time. We judge based on creativity and originality, relevance to the theme, artistic technique, emotional impact, clarity of expression. And the cash prizes are the 4th and 5th position are going to go home with 50,000 naira each. The 3rd place is going home with 100,000 naira. Place is going home with 150,000 naira, and 1st place is going home with 200,000 naira. Okay, so with that being said, I would like to call on Mrs. Mutiat Abeni Oshodi and Mrs. Mujidat Damilola Oshodi to please come and help us with the presentation of the prizes.
Oyewale Tolulope, 4th position, 5th position. Oluwatosin, the 4th position. Adedokun Elizabeth. Third position. Adedokun Abdullah, second place. Meshack Emmanuel, first place.